Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Online Classroom. Today we are going to discuss about the nested loops in C programming. So let's go to the topic. So before going to the programming details, at first we have to know what is nested loop. Nested loops is basically one loop is an another loop. Means if we write one loop inside another loop, then we can say it is nothing but a nested loops. So if we go to the structure of a nested loop, so here you can see that one is outer loop is there, another one is inner loop is there, and basically inside this outer loop, because this outer loop start here and ends here, so inside this outer loop one extra inner loop is there. So it means we can say one loop, if there inside there is another loop, then we can say it is a nested for loop. So it is basically is looks like an ice cream, right? So it means if you look at the ice cream layers, so suppose there is this is the first layer, this is the second, third and fourth, means one loop. If there is another loop, so this is nothing but like of a ice cream layers. In the programming, in the C programming, maybe it is C++, maybe Java, or maybe Python, there is no restriction of the nested loops. It means what I want to mean that we can write more than one loops or multiple loops inside another loop. So right, so we all know, in my previous video we already discussed about the three types of loops. Means one is for loop, another one is while loop, another one is do while loop. Like this nested loop, it obviously we can write in nested loop in all the cases. Maybe in for loop we can write the nested loop, while loop it is also possible, do while it is also possible, right? So let's go to the programming first. So if we first if we see the nested loop example in the for loop, so you can say that there is a simple programming. So at the first time, suppose here enter a number, and after that is a scanf of that particular number, as the number is an integer, so that's why it is %d, we all know it. And after that suppose I write another loop here, so this is nothing but the outer loop, and this is the condition is that I equals to 1, I less or equals to n, and I plus plus. So means if we give the value of n as 3, then so it means it will run 3 times, right? And inside this loop, suppose if I write another for loop here, and suppose the value of j is starting with 1, j less or equals to 10, and j plus plus, so it means it is nothing but it will run 10 times, right? And suppose if I print this I into j value, so means 1 at the first time it is 1 into 1, after that it is 1 into 2, after that it is 1 into 3, like it, right? So it will print. So the structure of the working structure of any kind of nested loop is that, so at the first time the value of I will be 1 and 1 less than n. Suppose if we give the value of n equals to 3 here, and 1 less than 3, yes, their condition is satisfied, then it will enter to the loop, and after when it will enter to the loop, it will find that there is another for loop is written, right? Now the value of j equals to 1, j less or equals to 10, and j plus plus. So the working structure is that for I equals to 1, means what I want to mean that for the value of I equals to 1, this loop it will run 10 times. Now again, after printing after working this or working this loop 10 times, again it will back to the outer loop. Now the new value of I equals to 2. Now again in the same way, for I equals to 2, again this inner loop will work 10 times. Now again it will back to the outer loop, and if the value of n equals to 3, then now for I equals to 3, again the inner loop will run 10 times. Now if we look it in the online compiler, so just a minute, I just copy and paste this code in online compiler. Okay, now this is the code basically. Now if we press run button, now at the first time, suppose the value of n, it will wants the value of n, right? Now if I give 3, value of n equals to 3, and this is your output. Now what is the at the first line, it is 1 to 10. At the first line it is 1 to 10, right? So why it is? Because at the first time value of I equals to 1, right? For I equals to 1, this loop will run as this is, as the last condition is 10 and there is an equals to sign, right? So this loop will run 10 times. This loop will run 10 times, right? So for I equals to 1, it will run 10 times. So that's why, and here I print I into j. So at the first time value of I is always 1, right? At the first time value of j equals to 1. So 1 into 1, it is nothing but 1. Again 1 into 2, it is nothing but 2. 1 into 3 means the value of j will increase 1 by 1, and it will go to the 10 times. So that's why it is 10. After that again it will just go to the back to the outer loop. Now the new value of I, it is nothing but 2, right? Now for I equals to 2, again j will run 10 times and j starting with 1. J starting with 1, right? So at the first time here the value of j equals to 1, but the value of I equals to 2. So 2 into 1, so that's why it is 2. After that again it will back to the inner loop. Now the new value of j, it is not 2, but the value of I will remains 2. So that's why it is 4. Like this, the new value of j equals to 3, but the value of I remains 2. So that's why it is 6. After that 8, 10, 12, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. After that again it will back to the outer loop. Now the new value of I equals to 3. And for 3 again j will run 10 times, right? And the starting value of j is always 1. So that's why here the value of j equals to 1, but the value of I equals to 3. So that's why it is 3. After that again the value of j will increase. So 2 into 3, it is 6. So like this, at the last value of j will be 10, but the value of I remains 3. So that's why it is nothing but 30. So this is basically the working condition of the inner loop and the outer loop. So for one iteration of the outer loop, inner loop will run fully, right? So this is the case all types of loops. In all types of loops, maybe you write a for loop, maybe you write a while loop, or maybe you write a do while loop, but the writing styles are different, but the working procedure is same. And this working procedure is same in C++, Java, Python, MATLAB, each and every language. This working procedure is always same, but the writing style, or what I want to mean that the syntax to write, how to write a for loop, this while loop, suppose the syntax is different in Python obviously, but C++ Java is syntax is for loop syntax basically is same as C. So the working, what I want to mean that the working style is same, but the syntax is different. Now if we go back to our slide, now there is an another example where we can print some pattern. So suppose now if we again if we directly run this code, again, just a minute, I am just simply copy paste this code. Suppose if we run this code, and the first is that there is enter the number of rows, right? So as there is a printf is there, number of rows, and scanf is there, and we have to just give the number of rows, right? So suppose if I give 5, and now if I press enter, now it will gives you an output of a star pattern, right? Now how it is possible and what is the working procedure for that? Now again in the same way, the same concept will work, right? So for your better understanding, I am just give this basis in the second line. Now for I equals to 1, I less or equals to rho, here rho value, what is the value of rho? Value of rho is nothing but a 5, right? So that's why I equals to 1, last value of I is 5, so 1 less than 5, it means your condition is satisfied. After that it will just enter to the loop, and now in this line at the first time value of j equals to 1, right? And what is the condition? J less or equals to I, but here the value of I here, it is nothing but 1. So that's why this loop will run only one times, right? And I just give a printf after that star and with one space, right? One space is there for just designing, nothing else. Okay, so at the first time value of j equals to 1, and what is the condition? J less or equals to I. Now the value of I equals to 1, so that's why this loop will run only one time. So that's why this printf statement will work only one time. So that's why this star will print. After that again the value of j will be 2. Value of j will be 2, but the value of I will remain 1. So 2 less than 1, no. 2 equals to 1, no. This condition is false. When this condition is false, there is one printf is there, printf slash n. It means your cursor now in the second line, and you we will go again to the outer loop, right? Now the new value of I, now the value of I here, actually it is nothing but 2. Now for I equals to 2, again 2 less than 5, because the value of rho is 5, right? So 2 less than 5 means again your condition is satisfied. So that's why again it will enter to the loop, and again for I equals to 2, again this value of j equals to 1, value of j equals to it will start with 1, right? And the new value of I equals to 2. So at the first time the value of j equals to 1 less than 2, because 1 less than 2 your condition is satisfied, because the new value of I equals to 2 in this case, right? So as this condition is satisfied, this printf statement will work. Again it will back to the outer loop, now inner loop. Now the new value of j will be 2, but the value of I will remains 2, but there is an equals to sign is there. So 2 equals to 2, it means again your condition is satisfied. Now again it will enter to the inner loop, so that's why this printf statement will work. So that's why 2 star will print. After that again it will back to the inner loop. Now the new value of j equal to 3, but the value of I will remain 2, right? So that's why this condition is basically false. So that's why it will again back to the outer loop, and now the new value of I equals to 3. So like this, for I equals to 3, again j will start from 1 and new value of I will be 3. Now it will run 3 times, right? So that's why 3 star, after that 4, after that 5, because the number of rows equals to 5. Now if we remove the spaces, because this space is nothing but for designing, if we remove the spaces for each and every star, you can, if you look it carefully, there is one space. Now if we press run button here, so if we do not give space and if I press 5, then this kind of pattern will print without space. So space is only for the designing, right? So like this we can generate any kind of pattern, right? So we have many examples. So if we go to the next part, now again there is another code for your better understanding. Now if we again check this code in a online compiler, so just a minute, I am simply copy and paste this code. And now if we press run button, again number of rows, right? Now if I give 5, it is same as, but the star is replaced with 1, 2, 3 like this. right? So this is for your better understanding. Okay, just a minute, like this. Okay, so now if we want to print 1 2 3 like this, then we can say, or we can write the same code. Basically the previous code and this code, there is no difference, only difference in the printf statement. We just print the value of j in the same way, because at the first time here, at the first time value of I equals to 1 and row equals to 5, right? So and here for I equals to 1 and row equals to 5, because I less than 5 means, sorry, 1 less than 5, it means your condition is satisfied. So that's why it will enter to the loop, and inside, and this is basically the inner loop, and in this case that the first time value of j equals to 1 and the value of I equals to also 1. So that's why it will print the value of j. So at the first time value of j equals to 1, right? After that j will increase, but the value of I will remain same. So value of j here, after that value of j equals to 2, but value of I will remain same. So that's why your condition is false. Then again it will back to the outer loop. Now here the new value of I equals to 2, right? But the value of j at the first time is 1, it will start with 1 always, and the new value of I equals to 2. So that's why this loop will run 2 times, means this printf statement will work 2 times, right? So first time value of j equals to 1, after that again this j will increase, not I. Okay, so now the new value of j equals to 2, but the value of I will remain 2. So that's why this 2 will print. After that again the value of j will increase, so it means it is 3, but the value of I will remain 2. So that's why this condition is false, right? So again it will back to the outer loop, and now the new value of I equals to 3, and after that again for j equals to 1 and I equals to 3. So now this printf will start 3 times, will just print 3 times of j, means so that's why this line 1 2 3, so like this. So basically this is the same code. If we just print the value of j, if we print the value of j, so without star, so this kind of pattern will come. Now if we change it, right, if we change it, if we print the value of I, then what happened? At the first line value of I equals to 1, in the second line value of I equals to 2, in the third line value of I equals to 3, right? So in the first line value of I equals to 1, so it will print 1. In the second line, as the value of I equals to 2, it will print 2 times, means here is also, here this 1 is also, it will be 2, and this also it will be 2. In the third line value of I equals to 3, but the loop will just run 3 times. So that's why this is also 3, this is also 3, and this will be also 3, right? So now if we press run button, and if I give a number of rows equals to 5, so this output will come. So basically here in this case we can check how the I will increase, but in the previous case we can check how the j will increase. So basically this is the working structure of a outer loop and the inner loop. Now there is another example. So in some cases a space concept is also there. So it means, suppose in some structures, or we can say in some pattern, at the first time, at first we have to print some spaces, and I also told you that there is no limitation of the inner loop. So it means, suppose if we run this code, so let's first run this code, after that we can go for the details, right? So just a minute. Okay, I'm just running this code, and this pattern, this type of pattern will come, right? This is the output basically of that code. So for your better understanding, I am just give the space, just braces in the second line, right? Now if we look at carefully, this is my outer loop, this is inner loop 1, suppose, and there is another inner loop, inner 2, right? So in there is one outer loop is there, but inside this outer loop there are two inner loops are there. So this is inner one basically, and this is inner two, right? So there are two inner loops are there. So I already told you that there is no limitation in any language in the world. So we can write multiple inner loops, right? So here in the same concept, because for the value of I equals to 1, while value of I equals to 1, this loop will run 5 times, right? Because this is nothing but a decrement, because the value of j at the first time it is 5, and the condition is greater or equals to I. So here in this line at the first time value of I equals to 1, right? So and so this loop basically it will run 5 times. So as this loop it will run 5 times, at the first time this statement will work 5 times. So that's why it will print 5 spaces, nothing else. It will print the 5 spaces, right? So this is basically the space before printing the star concept, right? So after that, when this condition is false, then it will go to the second inner loop. Second inner loop means, what I want to mean that when the value of j here, when the value of j that is the j minus minus, right? It means when the value of j is 0, it will be 0, right? Because at the here the value of I equals to 1. So when the value of j is 0, right, then only it will go to the second inner loop. And here the condition is that k equals to 1, k less or equals to I. The same way here is also the value of k at the first time 1, but the value of I will 1 is 1, right? So that's why this particular printf statement will work only one time. So that's why after printing the 5 spaces, only one star it will print. Again after that it will back to the outer loop. Now the new value of I, it is 2. Now for I equals to 2, again this for loop will work. Again value of j will starting with the 5, and as the value of I equals to 2 now, so when the value of j equals to 1, then only it will false. So it means now it will print 4 spaces. So that's why this is nothing but 4 spaces. After that, when the value of j equals to 1, this condition is false, then only it will go to the second inner loop. Now the k again start with 1, but now the value of I equals to 2. Here is also the value of I equals to 2, right? Okay. Now for k equals to 1, and as the value of I equals to 2, your condition again satisfied. So that's why this printf statement will work 2 times. So that's why this 2 star will print. So like this, again it will back to the outer loop. Now the new value of I equals to 3, but again this must be 3, and obviously this must be 3, and this must be 2. Okay, so because j when the value of j equals to 2, then only this condition is false. Right? When the value of j equals to 2, as the value of I equals to 3, j greater than or equals to I condition is there, means, and the decrement is also there starting with the 5. When the value of j equals to 2, then only this condition is false. So that's why it will print 3 spaces, right? So like this kind of pattern will come. So we can write, so what is the basically the output of that code? We can write multiples for loops or multiples inner loop basically, right? So now again back to our slide. Okay, now the second thing is that if we write the same code, okay, if we write the same code, what I just give an example of a first code of a for loop, nested for loop basically. So if we write the same code in nested while loop, then what happened? Basically the same working policies are there, right? But the writing style is different, because we all know that in a for loop in a for loop, the first one is your initialization, second one is the condition, third one is the increment or decrement, right? But in a while loop, it's not possible. In a while loop, this condition is there, initialization must be before the while loop, right? And the increment or inside this loop we have to write, means for I, this is the condition, increment is here, and for j, this is the initialization first, and after that we can say this is the increment of j, right? Now again, if we run this code, so let's run it. If we run this code in a compiler, okay, let's run this code, and the output is that enter the value of n. Suppose if I give the value of n as 3, and now you will got the same output. You will got the same output, but the working style is same as for loop, right? So at the first time, here is also, and at the first time value of I equals to 1, I less than n, I am giving the value of n equals to 3, so it is nothing but is 1 less than 3. It means I less than 3, I less than n, right? So at the first time value of I equals to 1 and I less than 3 is true, so that's why it will enter to the loop. Starting value of j equals to 1. How many times it will run? Obviously this is the inner loop, so that's why it will run 10 times. It will run 10 times, right? So that's why this output is there. You know that I already discussed in just before, right? And after that there is a I plus plus is there, so it means the new value of I equals to 2. Again this 2 less than 3, it means again your condition is satisfied. So for I equals to 2, again the value of j initialize 1, right? So that's why again this particular piece of code will run 10 times, right? So for I equals to 2, and again this line will print, and for I equals to 3, again this line will print. Basically the same thing, but in different way how to write it, right? Now there is an another example, and this is the same kind of pattern what we already discussed in the for loop. So if we want to write the same pattern in while loop, then what happened and how to write, right? So let's look this code in online compiler, and what happens. Suppose if I press run button and enter the rows, and suppose if I give 5, and look, the same pattern is there. So it is possible, right? So it is possible to print the same pattern, possible to write the same pattern in for loop, or the same pattern in while loop, and the same pattern in do while loop also, right? In the same way it will work. So if you just dry run this code, same way, at the first time value of I equals to 1, condition I less than rows, here I write the value of rows equals to 5, right? So after that it will this condition is true, because 1 means 1 less than 5, this condition is true, and as this condition is true, it will enter to the loop. Value of j equals to 1, starting value of j equals to 1 basically, and what is the condition? J less or equals to I. But here at the first time you all know the value of I equals to 1, so that's why this will print only 1 times. After that j plus plus means here in this line value of j equals to 2, but value of I will remain 1, so 2 less than 1 means here the condition, again it will check the same condition, right? 2 less than 1, no. 2 equals to 1, no, your condition is false, so that's why it will again back to the outer loop. Now the new value of I equals to 2. Now here is also the I equals to 2. Now for I equals to 2, again it will I just initialize j equals to 1. So again 1 less than 2, yes, here condition satisfied. After that again the new value of j will 2, so that's why this piece of code will run 2 times. So in the same way this will work, right? Like the for loop. Now the question is that if we want to write the same code in the do while loop, is it possible? And the question is, yes, it is possible. So basically the writing style will be same, more or less same, but the writing style in do while loop, the first time we have to write do and the condition checking will be last, right? So this is the structure of the do while loop, right? Now if we print, if we just compile this code, okay, just a minute and just give you an example. If we compile this code, right, now if I press run button and if I give the value of n equals to 3, again we will got the same output. So again, so it means it is possible and the same way it will work, right? Okay, and here there is suppose there is another code. Suppose if we want to print the pattern, right, using the do while loop, and this is the code for that, and the same code, right, same pattern of code. And just a minute, if we just compile this code, online compiler, okay, this is your code basically, and if I place run button, again if I give the value of rows equals to 5, then again it will gives you the same output. But here again the writing style is different, because we all know at the in do while loop, at the first time we have to write do here, after that the condition checking is at last. So basically here this is your outer loop, and inside this loop one while loop is there. So basically this is nothing but mixture, you can also say. So outer loop is a do while loop, right, and inside this loop if you may write another do while loop. This is also possible. So okay, just try and experiment, because when you just try and more practice, then this all the things will be more easier to you, right? So, and again if we let's back to the slide. Okay, so basically this is the concept of nested loop. Maybe we can use the nested for loops, you can use the nested while loop, or you can use the nested do while loop. So basically the writing style in each and every loop is different, but the working procedure will be same, right? And believe me that this all working procedure is same, means at the first time the first inner loop will work, and for the I equals to 1, j will run 10 times. So what I told, this all the things, the is the writing means the working procedure. According to the working procedure, it is same in C, C++, Java, Python, MATLAB, whatever it is, you use that, because we all know that C is a mother language, right? So if your concept is clear, then you can do anything, but the writing style will be different. So thank you very much. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.